Before we start, congratulations on learning how to block. I hope it's helped you out in CTs. If you haven't watched the last video on how to block, I'd highly recommend it. Now for this episode's topic, we'll be talking about what actually goes into winning a match in Absolver. We'll discuss which options beat which, starting with a rock, paper, scissors model of the game, and then diving into it a little bit more deeply. So to begin, let's talk about... Blocking is great, but blocking takes stamina, so it's important that you use your style ability to regain it. Take back your turn, get some guaranteed damage, or... But what does your defensive ability lose to? Fainting, of course. If your opponent faints and you fall for it, they will almost always get a free light attack, or in some cases a slower, more damaging move. This is called a feint punish. So then, how do you beat fainting? When your opponent faints, there is a small window that opens up where you can land an attack. If you can predict their feint and throw out a 12 to 17 frame move, you can effectively take your turn back and get some nice damage in doing so. This is called mashing or poking. And to close the triangle, letting attacks go loses to defensive abilities. In reality, it's a little bit more nuanced than rock, paper, scissors. Aww. Here, we'll represent attacking and defending with three main options for each option with a winning, losing, and neutral matchup against the opposing side. First, light moves. Light moves lose to blocking, as you'll be losing more stamina attacking than blocking. Light moves go neutral against style abilities. In short, if you're spamming lights, a good player will catch on and dodge an occasion. This is an inferior method to blocking, though it can reap some reward. If someone is spamming their style ability, light attacks will almost always win. Finally, light moves win against mashing because typically there is no window in between the moves to mash. Next, heavy moves. They win against blocking, lose against style abilities, as we've discussed, and go neutral against mashing. Sometimes heavy moves can be safe, for example if a move before it has a lot of advantage on guard, and sometimes it is not safe, so you can mash. Finally, feinting. It goes neutral against blocking, because no one is taking back a turn, or gaining or losing stamina. It wins against style abilities because of feint punishes, and loses against mashing, because there's a clear, consistent window for a mash to get through. Here is a summary of the matchups we've gone over. Here are the winning matchups, the losing matchups, and the neutral matchups. To wrap up, we'll go over some common player habits that relate to these matchups and how to beat them using what we know. Simply block their light strings until they gas themselves out and use your style ability on their heavy moves. This player will typically never feint, so you're very safe to use your style ability. On offense, this player will constantly try to mash without thinking, so make sure you tell them that's not okay with your own light moves / safe strings.
Oh shit! Oh.
Eternally patient, the feintard will feint every single one of their moves, praying you dodge just one, so they can taste the sweet euphoria of free damage. Just mash this idiot. Slap his ass silly with light attacks if he's spamming, and feints if he's always dodging your heavies. So there you have it. Now that you have a grasp on what your options do and what they beat, we can start getting into the nitty-gritty of each in more videos to come.